Yeah. Why are we now using social media to fight each other and rip off money? And then you will find, sorry to say, brainless people sitting by their phones 24/7 buying data and watching live.
Just not on social media. Negative stuffs do trend, even in our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It does. Doesn't mean positive stuffs are not trending as well. Things happen, and it's up to you what you want to focus on.
Social media is a good thing, but sometimes thank you
for joining me once again on today's episode of Breaking Edges right here with me, Miss Angie Bell. I have another amazing, two beautiful and handsome guests seated again in our studios where we'll be having a very intriguing and very thought-provoking topic. The topic for discussion for today is how irrelevant actions turn into being major blessings for some people on social media and life in a whole. So if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do subscribe, comment, and then share. Keep the page interactive. Instances where people sabotage people on social media, no? Like, it's not having like a positive or negative impact on whoever is doing that.
Social media is a good thing, but sometimes I feel like whenever someone picks a phone and puts it on their faces, except for the people that are doing like really authentic stuff, right? There are people that are in the game and they are doing solid things. But social media now or or just to get the trend. And now they are liking those stuff because they find it very funny. As so for me, if I get my children will probably not even enjoy social media. Because like, how are you going to? Yes.
No. But that's a good thing about social media. It's up to you to focus about the negative part. Anything you give your energy to, that is what you end up being. Or you end up getting results from.
And see what in
social media has done more good than the bad.
Social media has done more harm than good.
How?
In some of say you made an instance that Sewa, what's her name, Asantwa or someone, and you were comparing her to Meg Brown. How can you say that?
Why?
Because of social media, and social media has brainwashed you into thinking that Asantwa is more capable, or for some reasons she has more hype. Do you know to what extent Meg Brown?
You didn't listen. Listen, you didn't listen to
very well.
What I'm saying.
I listen and I do have.
What I'm saying is, we did talk about something. And I'm saying because of social media, Sewa is somebody today.
Asantwa, why do you keep saying Sewa?
She's somebody today, but you started saying her following is higher than Mark Brown and all of that. It doesn't mean that what she's doing is relevant. Nana Mark Brown has she has a brand. Okay, she has a certain level of integrity. I'm not saying that Asantwa doesn't have that, right? But these people are always fighting people, and that is one of the reasons they are known. They move from dancing.
I'm talking about her presence on
they move from
TikTok,
dancing into fighting as a way of making money. Who does this? And you're telling me how many brands are working with her? Tell me.
How many brands?
Yeah.
She has following. She has people that she's working with. She has brands.
Doesn't mean
no, it's not just TikTok. Have you followed her enough to know that it's just TikTok? She's doing other stuff you don't even know about. My brand is doing other advertisings you don't know about. You don't know about all the adverts she has done for the brands.
What is? Can you state like 5 branches?
What I'm saying is, what my point is, what my point is, what I'm trying to say is, social media isn't that bad as it seems. I mean, definitely, people are going to use it for their bad reasons as well. But it's up to you if you want to focus on the bad
social
stuff.
Media is not bad.
I
use social media as well. There are a lot of things I put out there, okay? And I think you mentioned something regarding in the next 30 years, like when we are 30, 40, 50, what are we going to be putting on social media? Is it going to be the same thing? Of course, you need to follow the trends. Okay, so I find that people mostly want to follow trends that's like going on. And you find that maybe I talk about mental health, but for some reason some trend has come and then I'm following as well, just to stay relevant.
So you think,
but people take this as a way to be very toxic. That is what I'm saying, that social media has done harm then we think it's done good. People monetize it.
No,
but how are people every day they are fighting these girls and men that you are listening? Every day they are fighting somebody. Somebody is fighting somebody. Somebody has done this, that, and somebody has done this, and we had a group, and then they were doing that and that and that. So nobody is trying to create any tangible content. Everybody is trying to stay relevant for stupid things.
When you say tangible content, what do you mean?
Do you know?
Because wait, what I'm trying.
Do you know that my content I put on social media is very, very tangible?
To you, do not,
to me,
tangible to you. But somebody may be watching, and be like, "Mommy, you can't cause the same."
Mommy, you can't cause the same. But you see, because I am not doing certain things that people have classified as a standard for fun and entertainment, I'm not showing cleavage, or I'm not like ranting and insulting somebody, or I'm not eating large, or I'm not showing off a certain lifestyle, or I'm not showing off money that doesn't even belong to me, or I'm not doing settings. Which I can do, but I'm not doing on social media. I'm not relevant.
This girl you are talking about, I'm talking about just TikTok or social media. The girl's influence on social media, she might not. There are other ways to advertise. Like you said, it's not just brand ambassadorial deals or any other thing concerning brands. But you could use that to establish a business for yourself. Personal businesses and other things are there. Some people just want to have.
I know, right?
People would think, and you see, we are all sabotaging each other in all of this just to stay relevant. And I'm saying that this is not the reason for social media. Back in the day, social media was for connecting, networking. It was for a good cause. When somebody is in the US and you're in Ghana, you're supposed to reach out to them via social media. Why are we now using social media to fight each other and rip off money? And then you will find, sorry to say, brainless people sitting by their phones 24/7 buying data and watching live. Somebody say, share the likes.
There are share the likes. There are a lot of things. You could do on the media or on social media. So there are a lot of positives than the negative. If we are talking about, if I ask you to name, 2 pages that are posting nonsense, that you tag nonsense, I don't think you would get enough. There are people, let's say, there was a time when dancing could be a thing you want to do, but then there's nobody to motivate you, or you don't see anybody doing
things.
Yes, so
that's God. Somebody
saw.
They set the pace. People are following Afro.
Yes, people saw
they've
this
all
thing.
set the pace, and people are now following.
This same
good.
thing you are saying music.
But the other things that you're talking about, people are fighting because of VBL and liposuction and
and you can't do nothing about it.
You can't do
negative stuff generally, just not on social media. Negative stuff do trend, even in our neighborhoods. It does. Doesn't mean positive stuffs are not trending as well. Things happen, and it's up to you what you want to focus on. We are all in Ghana. There are things that comes to my timeline you wouldn't get.
Right.
You get it. So it's up to me the things I like and all those things.
So which can you tell us some of the things you like? What do you see on your phone?
Sometimes there's sports activities going on.
Do you know that now on social there's something called algorithm, right?
Yes.
When you pick someone's phone, they send the things they watch a lot is what you see. When you see a guy, if you take his phone and you see that twerking day, nash, you know that this boy likes watching bottles. Watch
red flag.
Exactly.
Red flag.
So I beg. So exactly. It is up to what you usually watch. That's why I'm telling you, there are good contents out there. There are people who have.
Tell us what you like watching, so that I know that you are watching good things or you're watching the.
Like I said, sports highlights. Sports.
You have money.
Boys, there. Sports.
You have money.
What do you mean?
Why are you making money?
We they make money from sports. What are you trying to say?
Just show me.
Aviation.
I will show you. Don't worry. There's a lot of things you could do. Right now, you are talking about these things. Like I said, sports betting. Just not the betting. There are brands like 1xBet. They reach out to people, influencers, to promote the brand. Then they pay them off that. So is that not a good thing?
So what are you? My point is, what are you watching?
I'm interested in what he's.
What are you watching?
Is it a personal attack? No. Is it a you are making it personal.
Why are you also making social media like very important for you? Social media is not very important these days.
No, it is. It has that more good than the
because you're watching sports. And betting aviation.
But do you know people?
Not just the sports. There are a whole lot of things happening on social media. Nowadays, it's been a while you switched on your TV to watch news.
TV.
Yes, there were times when you don't have any option. You have to watch.
You have to watch.
Yes, but now social media
has come
every
to
news
brainwash
is just
people.
No, it's not brainwash. Don't use the word brainwash.
Now they are trying to make a law that kids in school cannot use phones during school hours, because outside you can bring your phone to class, and when it's break you can go ahead and use your phone. Now, when they are saying that it's a social experiment, right? When you come to school, what you're supposed to be doing is leave your phone with I don't know how they're going to do that. Probably leave the phone with the facilitator or something, and then you stay for the hours without. You see these big brother Niger and all of that. Yeah. They take people's phones away from them to give them that social interaction they need, like physical social interaction. But right now, we see on social media, you find people scrolling through their phone morning to evening, doing useless things. Addictions are there, right? Being brainwashed are there. Being toxic is there. Like learning all sort of things. So these social experiments that they're doing, they're trying to sway people away, or their kids away from always focusing on that.
The motive or the reason why social media
is that because they see the magnitude of toxicity that social media is causing.
No, internet in general wasn't created for a negative purpose. Right?
Exactly, but you people have made it. And when we say you say who? You and the people betting.
So you have issues with betting?
And let me try bets.
Wow, that's misbehavior.
Social media. Because of influence.
Exactly. The influence of social media.
So at your age, you let people influence you.
It's not age matter.
No, wait. It's about age and experience.
Do you know
there are certain things up to date you've told yourself you're never going to do.
Prosper.
And then you are not doing it.
Prosper.
Listen, you are not doing it. The reason being they say, you know where you're coming from, and you believe that Sadi will mean
prosper.
What's the amount of money but you're not going to do. That is up to you. I know people. Listen, I know people. Wait, I know people who they decided not to go into this whole thing. This influence, social media pressure and stuff. They are not. If you have problems with it, it's not by force. Deactivate your account. Then
you think it's that easy? People go on rehab. Do you know that the people that go on rehab for all sort of addictions, the things that they like are taken away from them. They go through a cycle of like pain and wanting more. Then they start feeling like
there's a saying. Listen. Too much of everything is
bad. So exactly. So that we move forward.
We are not added too much of this whole thing.
So social media for you.
How is it?
Social media is a very bad
thing. It's impacting people's life.
It's impacting a lot of people's life.
Okay, let's get explained.
I want you to know and understand that social media has defeated its purpose. It was created from the onset, right? Do you know that these there are platforms that play rhythmic stuff to control your mind, so that you are able to sleep, so that you are able to think straight. Some is like a hypnosis or something, right? Social media has that effect on people. It's like a hypnosis that gives you that urge. Like
always want to be there.
I want to be on my phone, right? I want to be on my phone because I'm checking, hey, do I have a snap message, or do I like let me go and see the people that love me online. You get it? That is what social media has done. But back in the days when there was no social media, I want to talk to you. Me and you relationships are breaking because of social media.
I get it.
Okay.
I'm saying
my boyfriend is on social media liking asses. And I will go to that ass and I'll see my boyfriend's like under that ass. What is ass? I don't even know what ass is.
Misbehaving. Yeah, so
do you call it misbehaving?
No. So see, the thing is, too much of everything is definitely going to be bad. Hit the gym. I mean, they tell you hit the gym. Hit the gym every time, and you are going to end up.
And you think that's all they need? The people that go.
No, I don't understand. Listen to what I'm saying.
The people that go 30 days sober.
And I'm saying.
Jim Ben abna kokonko.
See baby, I'm if you back. Because I say, if you are doing something for a long period of time, not training in for our health. If you don't rest, at the end of the day, ubenya injury.
Of course.
You end up doing harm to yourself. That's why I'm saying. You see why? Good. No, it hasn't done harm than good. It has done positive than harm. So what I'm saying is, since they know that it would get to an extent like that, now they have watch hours restrictions.
Yes.
So if you are somebody and you are very sensitive or you are very cautious about your mental health, you have to activate those options. So when that time comes,
can't you close it and go back?
At times you can close. You can be watching something very sensitive when it comes to like telling them
on social media for 2 hours. Say okay.
Yes.
Let's continue.
I mean,
back to what I'm saying.
Aware or no idea to what that is you. Going
Do you
off
know
board. Now
that
I'm
when
saying,
people
listen, you are going beyond the whole thing. I know that doing this thing to an extent will be addictive. So I gave you something that you can use as a restriction and a barrier. Then the boundary is there. You decide, because you have the power to place it there or put it there when you want, you decide to use it how you want to use it. So if, you put do not disturb, and then at the end of the day, you take it off because you want to do something else on social media, which is not.
That has been
but
done.
We can't. Social media.
But have you realized that
it can't help everybody?
Prosper. Let's do a little analysis, right? Take about 5 people, okay, and ask them when they wake up, what's the first thing they do? If you get 4 out of them, even if you get 2 telling me that they don't open their phone, they try as much as possible, have a cup of tea, don't open your phone. When you open your phone, it's not like you are going to check time. If you check your time, it's fine. You've not opened your phone. Some would open their phones, go and do all sorts of things. I want like 2 people to tell me that when I wake up, I don't open my phone. I go to my fridge first. I open my fridge, maybe take a cup of tea or like take a cup of fruit juice or something, or take coffee, or I go to the restroom, or I check on my dogs, or I check on my plants. That I have some plants at home. Sometimes I do that, right? I check on my plants, or like I just go to check on my book, my diary, something, or my journal. If like you're a Christian and you're doing all that, you will not get the first thing I'm doing, my phone, WhatsApp, okay, Instagram, okay, I'm going to check the people that like me online.
That is you. That's why I'm telling you.
I'm saying that. No, listen,
I get it. Not just you. When I say you, that's not. I'm not saying you personally.
You will find them doing the same exact thing, and it is a pattern.
Somebody
it's repetitive. It's a cycle they do for a very long time.
Right.
That is why I'm saying social media has made people lost touch. It has made people lose balance. People have lost sense of belongingness. There are people that have been addicted. People that have lost relationships because my boyfriend wakes up and instead of saying, hey baby, how are you doing, I love you, thank you for being with me, they will go to their phone and go and like bottles.
This bottles matter. See, what I'm trying to say is, okay, as much as you're saying people are addicted to it, I get it, but some people wake up, pick their phones, not just that they want to go and scroll and see what's happening.
What are you going to do then?
Wait, somebody wants to go and check what they posted, the reaction. Maybe I'll be content creator. You get it?
Not the same thing.
No. Wait. I'm a content creator.
Okay.
No,
I didn't say. I didn't say just somebody randomly. You don't even have anything doing on social. You don't even have a following. You don't have anything we are projecting.
People don't have.
No, I get it. Generally, most people don't. But I'm saying. I mean, there are reasons why I watch something. You are saying there are apps that makes you play some sort of tunes that makes you fall asleep and stuff. And you think that's a negative thing?
I'm not saying it's a negative thing. I'm saying that based off of this, now the analysis is that social media can have influence on your brain.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
That has that sound can give you sleep. Social media is having influence on your brain. It's an addiction. When you see it, you want it and you want more. And every day, do you know? Listen, I even wanted to make another point, but before I forget, social media has now made people not want to study anymore. Girls need school, phones. Back in those days, when you have a phone at school, you would even be shocked. But these days, the girls don't want to learn anymore. The youth, they don't want to learn because you said something about content creation. Do you know the content creation? When you're making relevant content creation, that's even different. They are now going into school thinking that when I come on social media or I come on TikTok, to be precise, and I shake my ass, I will get views, I will get likes, and I'll make money from it. We are losing people that can, future doctors, future nurses, future lawyers, future engineers, because of social media and TikTok. They don't want to learn.
No, wait. Do you think all the girls come on there to shake ass and get money?
You don't have to come and shake your ass. There are diverse ways you can use social. I'm just saying, listen, let's just admit that our youth now, the kids we have now, everybody wants to do social media. Everyone wants to be a content creator instead of learning.
This is where we are, okay? This is where we are. You can't take away internet from the system. It is up to you. Somebody in, their household, they don't entertain
nudity. This is where we are. So where we are now is bad.
Yes, but I'm saying it's up to you as a parent. That's why parenting, everything, you have to guide yourself. You yourself, you have to be. So if you are going on a way, or you are doing something off board, you know that this thing I'm doing is not good. You spent your whole day on social media from morning to evening.
Do you think
you yourself, you ask yourself, what are you doing? What are you doing to yourself?
You think they don't know? There are people that drink alcohol. There are people that take cocaine. There are people that smoke weed and become junkies. You don't think they don't know? There was an experiment, a video I watched that a guy was taking drugs, right? When he took the first sip, he felt some way. Then he told himself, I wasn't going to do it again. The next time he tried it again, and he said, I wasn't going to do it again. The next time he tried to get it. No, listen, let me tell. I'm trying to make a point. Let me make a point. Right? Let me make a point. When he tried it again, he said that no, this is very bad for me. I want to stop. This is not good. Like, he started doubting himself. He started feeling like, no, it's not something I want to do. But he took it again. When he took it again, he said, okay, you know what? Now I'm already addicted. Let me just go ahead and keep doing it. When he kept doing it, he got to a point where he was dying off. He could feel he was dying off. And that's what he said. He said, I think I'm dying off. I need help. He went back for help and he came back to do the thing. Do you think the people that are using social media, they don't know the harm it's doing? They know. But here's the thing. You don't have control. The conscious effort you put, listen, it takes a lot. If it was that easy to break away from social media, everybody would have broken away from social media.
Every good thing takes a lot. All right, you just don't expect to have it on a silver platter. Everything is going to take good is going to take time.
Right.
So right now, even if you want to study on your phone, social media, there are various, not just social media, there are other platforms. Internet as a whole has done good stuff. You go on YouTube, there are things that you would need somebody to come fix for you. Right now, you go on YouTube, you search, how can I fix my microwave or something? Maybe the button, you check for a video, you get how to do it yourself. Is that not a positive thing? No, I'm saying, listen, my point is, I'm not saying it. There's never been a harm of this whole thing.
Right.
Social media has somehow done harm to some people.
Yes.
But it's not more than the good it has done.
Okay.
That is what I'm trying to talk about.
Let's agree to disagree.
If you say
it has done more good,
you think,
I'm not going to.
Are you saying?
But I'm agreeing to disagree.
No. Are you saying from your point of view, social media has done more damages than the good it has? Really? I don't think so.
But do you know that social media has made people swayed away from real life?
Yes.
And now all their life is there
on social media.
And before you realize, your life has just passed you by.
Away.
Like, you just wasted your entire life on social media. That's what he's trying to say.
Angie, when I checked my age, right? Like recently, when I'm turning a certain age in November, and when I looked at myself, in fact, when I went to the gym one time, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was looking at my tummy, and I was looking at certain parts of my body, and I saw that it was saggy. And I saw that there were a bit of wrinkles, right? But because maybe I have a baby face a little bit, people will not know my age. I'm not an old woman, but I feel like, was it not just yesterday I was 20? How did I get here? What happened? When I took a video, I will show you the video. I took a video of my stomach. When I was taking the video the entire time, my face was out. Then I pulled the video and I was looking at it from a certain angle, and I was telling myself, if I show this video to someone and I told them to predict the face behind the stomach, they will not assume it's my face. Why? Because I'm growing, I'm aging. And they will not, you will see it in certain parts of your body. We are aging. We are growing. And a lot of harm is being done. You will not see it. By the time you realize you are growing, you're an old woman, you will not see it. You can't tell when time is passing. You can't tell when your body is giving up. You start feeling the ache. You start feeling the wrinkles. Your face, lines, fine lines. then you know that you're going. And people's lives are wasting away because they are sitting on their live Monday to evening. Hey, me So you
have a point. What you're saying is true. But what I'm saying is, like you said yourself, your life, you are aging. And you don't ask yourself the question that, what am I doing with my life? That's
I know what I'm doing with my life. I'm doing with my life.
If I say you, I don't mean you.
But 90% of people right now, they don't know what they are doing with their life because
and that has nothing to do. Most of it has nothing to do with social media.
It has everything to do with social media.
You know, if there are good paying jobs, social media will be restricted somewhat to you.
Let me tell you something.
Do you know if there are good paying jobs and the youths wake up every day, go to work? You have my last job.
They get jobs and they go and sit at the offices watching TikTok because of that they get fired.
Listen, that is, there are rules and regulations at every company you go. The last job I did, the moment you get to job or to the website, they take our phones. You give it to your supervisor till 6.
For a reason.
Because of social media, of course.
Yes.
So why you saying that it's more than wait. Look at this. This is an evidence that social media is doing. They know that if they are not conscious about you people,
it's not harm. It's fun.
Spend working hours on social media.
Listen.
TikTok.
It's not harm. Somebody is dead. We could be 3 here. I love going on X, reading. X.
What are you reading?
What am I reading?
X input is a very bad platform.
Who told you that? Don't let the boys come for you.
Which boys?
The X boys.
I'm ready for them. They should come.
See, X is not a bad thing. It helps. I used to know guys where they never like reading like that. But with X, most of the things are just text.
Yeah.
So you start getting yourself.
What do you get
engaged.
on X that you are trying to tell me that X is so good? You read people's trends. When somebody says that Fela Makafi is trending, you go there to go and spill a couple beans.
Not just on X, all social media,
X, right? But I'm just saying that X that you don't have
X is the best place you could ever be.
Of course.
You know the reason.
But you see,
you don't get distracted with the video.
There.
You did make mention of somebody going on Instagram to watch us and stuff. X barely would you see certain stuff.
And you're honum na we ni biwo. Green film will say why.
Oh,
Telegram.
Listen, anywhere you want to, it's up to you. Set the episode you see. Internet restriction. Nipa Bibini, you think Brony is using this thing negatively?
Yes. If Brony is not using
Brony is using
why are they making the experiments that? See, listen. We are not saying that it's only black. This thing is not limited to black. So it's even the bad thing is coming from. Even the bad thing is.
Emrofo na omo yade no, right? The whites now omo yade. Omo it has done more positive to the bad things
is even coming from there. How do you think that? Listen, let's look at 10 years ago, Christ, 5 years ago, gayism and Hwangwaism. You know that there was to a certain extent that it could go. But now because of social media, and they have created LGBTQMM.
Is that the only thing that social media has championed?
She's just making
I'm making a point that all of these things, right? They are good things, right? People have now said that I identify as because they have social media to back their stupidity. I'm not against anybody that identify as whatever they think they are identified as. But I'm just saying that social media is a reason why my son would go on TikTok and see somebody say I identify as, and when I came out I've been so happy and blah 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 blah. If TikTok was not there, where would a boy of 7 years old or 8 wouldn't be able to have access to such information because me in country but social media is the reason he will find out at this age. People are addicted to pornography because of social media. He will go there and see people's ass half
pornography has been there before social media,
but how many before it was not easily accessible. Now that thing is on
listen, if you focus on the negative aspect of the damage it's going to do or is doing, it's has a lot. But listen, some people too is doing good for them.
Yeah,
you get it. Not even some. Most people at a tender age, you find whites giving their kids phone. Oh, I think 6 years ago no get iPhone. We not get.
You know that my
encrypted. Listen, yes. There are a lot of things we need to. It's worse here. That's why we are talking about.
No, it's not worse here. Who told you?
Listen, wait.
The mother has spanked him. and he's been abused.
That is a different
thing.
A phone is being given to the kid. You're restricting on certain things. Most parents don't even know how to operate a smartphone.
Yeah.
So restrictions near a kid at a tender age from maybe 10 to the 18s, if while restricting her, they might not be able to access like pornography you did made mention of. If I know how to encrypt the phone in a sense that it wouldn't let her access sensitive stuff of that sort, it's going to help. It is another for bigger and say, oh, way poor. You do it on your phone and it's not coming.
But I want to tell you something.
You are not 18 years. Wait, you are not 18 years. We've introduced Ghana card and stuff. There are kids less than, they are not even up to 18. They are still holding mobile phones. Registered by somebody's ID card, which that kid shouldn't be using that phone.
Okay, yeah.
So if a kid at that age is using your SIM card and accessing stuff like that, who is to be blamed?
Okay, me.
Who is to be blamed?
I don't know who is to be blamed. How am I supposed to know who is to be blamed?
So
whoever is to be Prosper.
They don't learn and come
Prosper,
back.
Listen, let me tell you. Do you think every parent? For most parents, I want to say something. Okay, for most parents, every woman, like every child born of a woman and a man, try their possible best to put their kids in a position where they will grow up to be matured, to be responsible, to be like people of integrity.
So if
that is the way, the most you can do.
So if I'm being,
when they go to school, listen. I said that my child's tablet doesn't have a SIM. It's my email that I've restricted, that it's a child's email. There are that email restrictions that I've placed on. But we have a house Wi-Fi, right? So he uses the Wi-Fi to play his games or do that. Even with the Wi-Fi, I disconnect the Wi-Fi most of the time. I download the games, but I find him always complaining that he wants more. So what I do is I'll download new ones for him, then I just disconnect it. But listen, when he goes out, you don't know what some of the other kids are doing. You mentioned that some parents don't even know how to operate smartphones, which is very unlikely these days, because my mother of a very old age can operate iPhone now.
I say operate, you heard some of the things I mentioned.
There are certain features that they can't use. I understand.
Can you encrypt the phone for the kid not to access pornography? How many mothers can
listen? There are certain things I can do.
Not
for
everybody
my child.
knows how to do that.
No, but listen. Now, like information is easily accessible. If you know that these things are very common, in the past they were not common because of social media. Now these things are very common. So what you do is you solicit for help. You tell people that, hey, I want to do that for my child's tablet or phone. Or in the first place, why is the child even having a phone with a SIM card?
Exactly.
And if the child is having a phone with a SIM card, listen.
If we are going to talk about this thing and situations to the kids, with the kids, you don't even have a choice as a mother or father. It's your duty to get the kid in line, whether this thing you support it or not.
But you can do all you can do.
As for
and they will go to school,
an elderly person
hear other people saying it.
They are going to hear it. There's nothing you're going to do about it. You get
Mommy and Daddy, I saw them
that is okay.
In the room.
Kids do kiss. I mean, Americans kids do. What's the big deal about?
African world. Let's talk about what is happening around us.
And there's no bad thing about that. When you allow your kid to be open to you in that space. I mean, when they get to their teens,
there's no bad thing about your kid.
You guide the kid.
Do you think that the parents train their kids to be gays? And no, they don't do that.
No, so that's why.
But they grow up and they start, because of social media, they go and somebody's sitting by the phone and saying, I came out and da 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 da, and then they start questioning themselves. So what about me? When I look at you, you are my fellow woman, but I think I'm attracted to you. You have pecky boobs. They start thinking, romanticizing.
Yeah.
Maybe it has never crossed their thoughts.
Yeah.
But because somebody is sitting by the phone and saying that I just came out and I'm free and I'm happy and I'm blah 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 and people will accept me for who I am, then they start romanticizing. Maybe for all you know, they never even thought of something like that. But that is the influence. And then all of a sudden, you see that your friend be a swing. And kids pick up behavior from outside.
So that
when they go to school, they come back home and they start biting. All of these things are things that they learn.
This example you made mention of, it is your duty to make sure certain things doesn't happen in your home, right? When you take the kids to school, that's why
them to school.
Follow them. Now the teachers no more listen. Teachers no more I should
encrypt their brain.
No.
The teacher should do what?
What are the teachers supposed to do?
Social media is what we are talking about. Social media
listen, you said if the kid if he goes out to meet friends and stuff. So school is one place they
my child. Listen, I have restricted my child's access to social media. Another parent has not restricted their child's access to social media. The child would tell my child what they know, and my child will start picking from it and start practicing it. Sometimes even before you know kids that are murderers, like kids that are psychos. Do you know how some they watch videos, they watch things, they hear things, and they say like, wow, they kill an entire family. Do you think that they were born and bred like, okay, Uba, you can kill this person? No, they don't. You know, they learn all of these things from other people because of that kind of exposure. Hey, when were the days that we could say, but now people are openly like saying me like when you go on TikTok, it's so disgusting, so nasty and so embarrassing. Papa penija say I said like, you know, I'm trying to be very diplomatic about my words. Like, if you're not doing as we don't come and stand here, we do